So Z.ai just dropped GLM-5, and I've been playing around with it for the past 2 days, and it is an open source beast. I threw some stuff at it that I would only normally trust with Opus 4.6 or GPT 5.2, with some complex sort of refactors, building out some features with some rough description, agentic coding tasks, where it actually needs to sort of think through a problem. And GLM sort of handled it, maybe not perfectly every time, but sort of close enough that I had to sort of double check I was actually running the open source model, because it didn't really feel like that. And that's sort of the whole story here. I'm going to try and spend some time digging into it over the next period of time. We never know how long these things go. And yeah, it's the other open source models sort of have been playing catch up, and this thing isn't even close. Previously it was like open source was always sort of impressive, and you know what, there's always this sort of asterisk, oh, it's really good for an open weight model, and GLM might change that. So let me give you some of the numbers first, because the numbers are pretty crazy. So GLM-5 is a 744 billion parameter MOE, or mixture of experts model, with 40 billion active parameters. The sort of 3 releases with the same skeleton, so this isn't sort of a point release. This isn't like we did some more reinforcement RLHF and call it as a new version. This is genuinely sort of a new model with some new architecture. They also open sourced, I think, some of the work that they did around pre-training, which is what they used to do pre-training, which is crazy. They integrated some of the work from DeepSeek around sparse attention, and they open sourced it. And I think that's how this ecosystem is meant to work. You publish a research, someone takes it and takes the best parts, and sort of builds on it. And I really like that. So here's why I actually care about this, beyond sort of the vibes and beyond just sort of throwing prompts at it, going, oh, that's kind of nice. Artificial Analysis, who do sort of independent benchmarking, they gave GLM a score of 50 on their intelligence index, and that's the first time that an open weight model has ever hit 50. For reference, GLM 4.7 was at like 42, so it's like an 8-point jump for a single generation, and it sits just above Kimi K2.5 and above Minimax, and above the DeepSeek 3.2. So it's sort of the undisrupted open weight king right now. And on sort of these agentic tasks or long-running tasks, this is where it gets really spicy. And this lines up with what I was seeing when I've been using it, is that GLM scored 63 on this index, the highest among the open weight models, third only behind Opus 4.6 and 5.2, some of my daily drivers. And that's third overall, which is wild. So they've done a really great job on the a great job with this. So let me now, there are some caveats. There are always caveats, and I'll be honest about them. First, this thing is 1.5 terabytes in BF16 precision, which is absolutely crazy. You can't go ahead and like run this on a laptop or anything like that. Second, it's like GLM used about 110 million tokens to complete the entire intelligence index evaluation compared to 170 million for GLM 4.7. So it got significantly smarter while also being sort of much more token efficient. So it's thinking less and scoring higher. And then on hallucinations, which is wild, it actually scored 56 percentage points compared to 47. So it won't hallucinate as much as you as much as some other models. And one of the really nice things is that you can use it in open code and other platforms today, with some hosting providers. I think Modal has it on for free. There are some others. I think Kilo Code also has it, and it's also available in Post. So we're going to try and play around with it. So today we're going to dig into some GLM-5, whether Z.ai is legit becoming sort of a frontier lab, some technical decisions that made it possible, and honestly try and look at the gap between the open weight models and closed source models, because I think they're going to disappear. Let's get into it. I'm going to jump on my machine and be back in 10 seconds. All right. Start our timer. All right. So we're going to pull up open code. Funny if it didn't work. One of the models. GLM-5. Looks like OpenRouter has it. I think doesn't Kilo have it, but like they don't have it. It's strange. Okay. I'm gonna have it just quickly build the snake game to see what it looks like. So let's have it do that. Build me a snake game. In 3.js that I can play with different levels. Okay. Then we'll set it loose. And if I'm going to work like this, I probably need to bring this in. So it's like thinking, doing some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to have it do something a little different on this side. I want to create a directory, OBS plugin, and use open code. Go to models. Okay, so this is gonna like try and work through this. So I'm gonna CD to the OBS plugin. I'm gonna do something live. So one day I should go through the tools that I use. See. open up my voice app. There we go. And record. Can you build me a OBS plugin that will round the corners of my of a input source in OBS? You may need to do some research here. Can you create a Did it finish? Looks like it's done. Let's create a new one. Can you create an OBS plugin that does that can round the corners of a what are these called? Capture code. Think fully about this and look through the recent OBS launches. I use a MacBook Pro M3 Max, and what version of OBS am I on? 32.04. I should probably have planned it, but okay, let's go open this this thing. What is it called? Dev GLM test open. Okay, let me show you what I'm looking at. Oh, it has a pause. Oh my God, this is so good for an open source model. It is. Wow, I'm impressed. Let me figure out how I'm going to show you this. Let's create a new source. Screen capture. All right, this is the game that it came up with. Okay, I gotta figure out how to get to a different level, I guess. Does it just keep going? Let's just crash and see if I can. Okay, so then okay, whoa, that's really hard. All right, did a reasonable job with my prompt. How much did it cost? That is also another bar here that we should be looking at. So this thing cost, where is it? 6 cents. What? 6 cents to build that game is really good value. There's no way that's right. Let's see. Because the top one here was, yeah, I guess it is. 6 cents, guys. That's crazy. Okay, let's see what it's doing over here. Let's get rid of this one so that we've seen this and go. Love the fact that the open code has this LSP. I'm going to make this a tiny bit smaller so I can see it. Oh my, like this is a cool feature. Guys, open code. Okay, so this is writing C. It spent 38 cents right now. It's going to try and build this thing, this like rounded corner thing for me. So we'll let this, we'll let it cook for a little bit. Let's see what the people of Twitter or X are saying about GLM. I just realized that Minimax also have another model that I should probably look at, but I'll let my Twitter feed. It's so funny. This is what I see. First thing. It's wild. Okay, so Minimax is come out with M2.5. This whole free thing is wild. Interesting. Okay, let's just do a search for GLM-5 here, and we'll see what people have been saying about it while this other thing runs. Let me not get too carried away. Okay, so this is going to keep going. So it's like going on its way. It doesn't write any tests, but I guess that's on me because I didn't tell it to. Okay, so these are the benchmarks that I came up with and the scores. I mentioned artificial analysis at the beginning. I wonder if I can find the post on it. Here we go. So these were the, when I mentioned 50 earlier, this was the 42 to 50 is a pretty big jump. Where is it here? Yeah, it's right here on Omniscience. And it's clearly trying to make a swing against Opus here, which is crazy. So it jumped from here to here on the output tokens, and then whoa, these are all the results. The one that I was interested in was there was like some hallucination score. Is it on their website? Artificial analysis. It'd be cool if they had the K2 GLM. Was it hallucinations? So it's got a. I mean, if you're thinking about price here, just look. It's like priced almost the same as Gemini 3 Flash, and it absolutely crushes Gemini 3 Flash, to say the least. I'm trying to find this benchmark now for the openness. Here we go. Hallucinations. Non-hallucination rate is 66%. It's by comparison, Claude is at is here. Now, who knows if they like sort of like gaming these? That is a totally other question, but it is kind of interesting. There's also the different providers here. They do a really good job artificial analysis on their benchmarks. Okay, so we got 15. Is it going to complete in 15 is the question. let's go back. Yeah, okay, so this is GLM. Oh, so they have different variants of it. That's cool. So you can get like these are the scores, but you can get the different quantizations of the different models, which is super cool. Yeah, I mean, it's a beast. I wouldn't really want to be running this on my laptop, to be honest. Even the quantized versions, like I should probably do this one day, but like if you put a model on a laptop and then you run it, like what is the sort of the increase in power consumption based on that too, which is also something that I'm interested in. Okay, let's check in to see how it's doing. Let's go. For context, I've been playing around with OpenClaw and yeah, it's been a journey. I don't know how long it's been going for. I should have set a time. I thought Open Code had like a timer here of like how long it's been going. It's like whack-a-mole right now as it sort of like goes through the process of trying to build this. I think this is actually like kind of so this is a task that I have. Oh, yeah, it's right here how much it spent, but it doesn't have the. It picks the LSP, has a to-do list, which is kind of nice. They just did a really good job with Open Code. Yeah. How did a license for me? Is it almost there? Let me think about license. So it's like building the plugin source. Does it have any of its thinking tokens here? I'll reset COB for Mac and explore what's needed. Good. The user is on the latest Mac OS Silicon. The uses Qt and has a new plugin manager for Mac OS X. The LSP. These are kind of nice. I mean, it's pretty nice. It said it's done. Okay, let's see how good this is. So I have to run this. I think it's missing. Install OBS development files. What? Why would I have to do that? And it's like, is this even running? I hate when they do this. See if it can solve problems. I wonder if this was too, what's the best way to say this, too much for us to try and do in this, in a short period of time. Clone and build. Yeah, let's clone and build OBS Studio. No, let's use a pre-built OBS development package. Oh, it's I don't really like how okay, so it's going to do this. Can I now remove this? I guess not. Oh, yeah, that's cool. It's got like a fork. That's crazy cool. So I'm still trying to build this OBS thing right now. Put it in here. Where is it downloading this thing from? GitHub. Cool. I spent $1 so far. This would have probably been $10 to $15 on probably a $10 to $15 on somewhere else. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to do a build. It keeps saying this. That's not good. I'm just wondering when it tries to compile what it comes back with. All right, let's see. Okay. I mean, this was a pretty interesting task to give it. I want to close this. I'm just hoping that I, when I try and run it, it doesn't like kill the stream. but I do want some nice rounded corners. So this is like actually doing some work that I want here. Let me add it to the CMakes lists. All right, what is it doing now? We need more headers. There are many header dependencies. Oh no. That is never a good sign. Will it do this is the question. Maybe my prompt wasn't very good either, so there is that. Is this an error? Is this an error? The first 3 failures immediately. I'm just wondering if it's going to get unstuck here. You don't think that's crazy about it? It just keeps going. It does not come back to you with questions like Codex would, or GPT-5 would. I'm going to add some more time on here. Like the Codex 5.2 model would ask, would be persistently just asking you questions, which is like so crazy to me. Maybe I could have read more about the how to build plugins for OBS before I did this. But it just keeps going, which is like, for an open source model, that's wild how much it just keeps going and going and going. It's going to sign the plugin. Okay, so it did work. No, it's going to figure out code signing. Sure. I'll just say yes. Okay. Run the install commands with the above sudo. Okay. I am going to go off stream for a sec and see if I can get this to work. Trying to figure out what the best way to do this is. Just to be clear, if this works, I will be blown away. All right, let me come right back and restart this. All right, I'm back in OBS and I am trying to figure out how to use this plugin. What do the instructions say in here? Right click filters rounded corners. All right, let's see. Right click my source, filters. Oh, there's nothing that says rounded corners. See if it can help debug what is going on. Definitely no rounded corners here. Oh, this is pretty wild. The plugin isn't installed. I know. What are you doing? But I think there's some issue with sudo here that I can't even run it. I'm not sure why. Let's see if it is in here. It's hidden SIP restrictions. Let's try and do something else. Okay. And I'll be back. All right, let's see if I can find it in my filters. Rounded corners. Are they round? No. They are not round. No properties. Okay. So it added. Okay, I installed it, but when I run it and have rounded enabled, the corners do not round. Now we're at $2. Might have to start getting sponsorship here. And I always start these things and go over. It's going to look at some logs. And it's definitely on, right? Does it work for any other properties? Let's like check it on like a. I got a good idea. Like a color source. Okay, and then let's check the color source and give it a filter. Add the rounded corners. Okay. Now that's like two of me. Don't know why. Let's keep this here and see what I come back with. Okay, so it found some issue. I was really hoping for just one shot it would do it. The shader might have an issue. It's like you can get pretty is addicted the right word? Like just one more prompt. Just add one more prompt in here, which is yeah. What? No. Restart. Okay, you want to restart again? I think I have to like move the things over again though, right? Updated the install files. Okay, so the fact they did that, it figured out where I installed it and put it in. It's like pretty wild. Okay, let's go back to OBS. All right, we're back. All right, let's see if we can get this working. Filters, rounded corners. Oh my God. What? It only went and worked. How much did this cost? To get rid of this. $2.40 to build this plugin. Hard for me to show you it, but let's try. App capture. Okay, this is like kind of crazy, but like hopefully you can see it. It's gonna look a little weird because I have to like go to this, but like if I wanted to use this, this is the effect that we built. So if you go to rounded corners now, I've wanted this for a while. I can like tune the corners here. So if I put it at something like this, it now has these corners on the radius, which I've been trying to do, and actually did something useful. Now I got like fancy rounded corners. Look at that. I'm not sure what's happened to this timer, so let's remove the timer. Let's even give myself a little bit more as I experiment. I think we're going to end it here. For $2.40 with some back and forth, probably because of me, GLM-5 built this OBS plugin that I have been waiting for, that I've been trying to figure out for a while. I probably could have done this with Codex, the GPT-5.2 Codex model, or the Opus 4.6 model. Unfortunately, I don't know why, and OpenAI hasn't given API access to GPT 5.3, but instead of giving it to that model, I gave it to this one, and it costs $2.40 to build something that is actually usable. It not only did it, but as you saw, it just kind of like went away and did its thing. It asked me like very minimal questions. It just went and worked. It is a workhorse for these tasks and things. I probably wouldn't set it in some like some other places that I'd be concerned about, like data leakage or some other stuff, given what it did. But just like, if you look at all of this, it is wild. You know what you could do is, if you were interested, you could also take the block of stuff that it did and put it back through. I won't show you how to do this right now, but the platforms have this history. It's kind of useful. So you could like go back through this and like take some of the information to see like how it did and have something rank it. But for the purpose of today, GLM-5, what a great model, and one that for these like sort of like one-off tasks, like it is so handy to just have something just go and run. Like I do a little bit of back and forth with it, and then it just like finishes these small incremental tasks. Like, didn't really have time to build this rounded thing, but like now I have like an actual plugin that I can go use. Crazy. I'm sure there's a plugin that exists, but I sometimes don't know what's in them. So like having the model go build these small little things is kind of nice. With that, if you spent any time watching this, I appreciate it. Go check out GLM-5, and it is available on Poe if you are interested in checking it out. Yeah, here it is by the really cool folks at Nvidia. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.